The heroic American men who fought in World War II have been celebrated rightfully since they stormed the beaches of France and flew the skies over the Pacific some 75 years ago. The story of the war's heroic women, though, has not been fully told, and there's a reason for that. The Code Girls, whose smarts helped to thwart German and Japanese efforts, were told not to speak about their work, and they have not, until now. In our Sunday closer, NBC's Rehema Ellis sits down with the unsung heroes of the operation to save the world.
Trusted keepers of the nation's secret work enter the Library of Congress. Women in their 90s, and others remembered by family members. Hidden from history, but now the first national celebration for the female code breakers of World War II.
I think of the Code Girls as the hidden figures of the greatest generation.
We were a nation at war.
We were.
And so secrets were vitally important.
Absolutely.
Did you feel compelled to join this effort?
Well, I wanted to do something to end the war because so many of my family members were involved in it.
I felt very, very privileged to have this opportunity.
The deadly attack on Pearl Harbor caught the nation off guard. The U.S. government launched an aggressive search at some of the top colleges, looking for highly educated women with math and language skills who could be trained to break Japanese and German military codes.
They would be asked two questions. Do you like crossword puzzles, and are you engaged to be married?
Over 11,000 women made their way to Washington, D.C. Describe the work that you did.
There were numbers and letters, and you slid and you tried to get a match between different sections of it.
And sworn to secrecy, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I never told anybody. My folks never knew what I did.
Why did you hold on to that promise of secrecy?
Loose lips sink ships.
For some code breakers, even as memories fade, the promise of secrecy is still honored.
I don't talk about it.
It's okay. You did a good job.
Thank you.
She took a mission on that was for a greater good. At 98 years old, there's not a lot of time left to recognize the effort that people like my mom put in.
That's a good salute, Mom.
So it's a real honor to see her honored.
Author Liza Mundy brought the female codebreaker story to the forefront after her research into newly declassified documents at the National Archives.
The female codebreakers were certainly one of the reasons that we won the war.
Of many successes, they cracked a crucial Japanese code which gave the U.S. an acute advantage in the Battle of Midway. What does it mean to you to be celebrated?
I'm sorry that there's so few of us still left.
Yeah.
I feel privileged and wondered, did I really deserve this? It's overwhelming, really.
American treasures to honor and remember. For Sunday Today, Rehema Ellis, Washington.